Hey guys, it's your girl Joanna here. Today we're going to do some more Gacha Club. How was your guys' day? My day's been good so far. I've been very busy, and you're looking at Wizard Foxy here for like a few minutes or however long I keep him there because like I said, been busy with at least a lot of things. Now here's the thing. I did say I was going to make a video Thursday and Friday, but when those 2 days came up, I couldn't do it. I spent 2 days packing everything up, at least from the room I share with my nieces. We were packing up everything, getting the room clean because our I guess the landlady came in, was like, "You have too much stuff." And I'm like, "Lady, let us be." So we had to it was me, my mother, my brother, and a friend of ours had to help us, like, at least get most of it out into storage. So that happened. It was a full thing. So I couldn't record for the 2 days, even if I wanted to. And I didn't record yesterday because I wasn't feeling it. I just was not feeling it. It was one of those things, and I was not feeling it. Oh, that, and I have. See, let me make sure. I have a new thing. I have a new. Oh, wait. Shoot. Never mind. Wrong one. Okay, well, basically, I have a gotcha mod, and I put it into one of my cloning apps. I couldn't put it in the one I wanted to, so I can in the second or third one, I believe. I don't know. There's like three of the things on my phone, and there's only like a certain amount of apps you can put before they ask you for money. At least I don't think that's with the one I'm using. I know it is for the one of them. The two other ones I believe are free, so I don't know. But yeah, there's that. The mod I have, well, at least the two mods I have on my new phone are Gacha Nebula and FNAF 6. I wanted 4, but I couldn't download it. It wouldn't let me download it. It was being a butt and being stubborn, and I could not download it for the life of me. Not even the update would work. I'm like, why? So it was that. So I used 6, FNAF 6. I don't even know how I found it. I just typed in the mods for, I guess, FNAF, and searched through them. But not through like itch.diet, the normal app you use for like going through it. I went through the actual Google search thing. So it may have been on itch.io. I just had to like look for it, but I didn't see it like on the main one when I was like looking up the actual FNAF mods. So I don't know. It may or may not be there. But yeah, he is the one I'm working on at the moment. I don't think I have my other guys up here. I don't think so. Um Now I'm gonna talk about this one. I changed this guy for two reasons. Well, him and Sleepless Creepson for two reasons. One is because of, well, two, because of, one and two, because of their parents, and the fact that they are both siblings. So, Creeps and Bonnie, I mean, no, Creeps in Springtrap and Sleepless Creepson are brothers. You might be like, who's older? I believe I believe he is, but he does not look like this. He looks completely different. This was just a placeholder before I made their parents or even them related to them, because I was like, oh, I have Sleepless Bonnie. Oh, I have Creeps and Mangle. Let's make them a couple, because I couldn't make Sleepless Bonnie and Creeps and what was the other one? I told you the other one. Oh shoot, no, I didn't forgot. What's that girl's name? Bonnet. It was Bonnet, yeah. Creeps and Bonnet. I couldn't, put the two together. I couldn't do it. I could before, and then my character.ai was like, yeah, no. So I couldn't do it, and they are separate. They're not like together because of age, and I do not want to get in trouble. So YouTube is dragging on down for the smallest thing. You can do nothing and like still get in trouble, which is kind of scary seeing where YouTube is going and where it used to be. Like people say like back then when YouTube, even before YouTube became a part of, what was it, Google, I believe, we had no problems. I mean, yes, it was a mess, and people were saying and doing pretty much almost anything on the internet, which I can see why Google took over from whoever had it at the time. I think YouTube was its own thing. I don't remember exactly how it came to be. I'm sorry. I know it started so long ago, and I just can't remember how or who started it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Um, and I think the problem with anything that you get now, especially if it's something as big as YouTube, yes, you want to be careful with it, but you also don't want to eliminate people's freedom of speech, basically. I mean, if they want to do something, as long as it's not hurting anybody or causing damage or doing anything that restricts their guidelines, it's fine. That's fine. But if you're going after them and they've completely done nothing wrong, then we would start having issues. And I see why everybody is almost going to other places like Rumble, Twitch, even Twitch, um, and other places I can't think of at the moment. Yeah, even they're going other places, and I'm right there with them because I have Twitch. I did a whole Twitch thing last night, so there's that. Then there's the thing of, here's the thing: if I do stream, it would only be for the game I play, which is what you're saying, Gacha Club or Gacha Nebula. It'd be for those two because I'm strictly going to be a Gacha tuber. I know I'm 29 going on 30. I don't care. I don't care. I am a child at heart. I am going to do what I'm going to do. So there's that. I don't care. Eh, Even if you are really like, you're a full adult, will you be doing this for who knows how long? Yes, probably, maybe, but not as like often because I have other things I have to do in my life. And I know this because my mother tells me constantly about, you need to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, I know, and it'll be done. Just stop harassing me with it. I love you, and I know you're worried and you care, but you don't have to tell me every day. But yeah, I believe. Oh yeah, and that whole other video I did of like trashing at least one of the animatronics I did not like. I had another one, and I completely forgot I had her. It was, and I have her up here. It was Circus Baby. Now, I don't know how I forgot her, considering she's like the first one I said I didn't like. She was my least favorite animatronic. I did not like for a lot of reasons. Her and Elizabeth, at least from games, I could see how people, have their own interpretations of her and the siblings. So everybody has a right to do whatever they want with their AU, as long as it doesn't go out of YouTube's guidelines or offends anybody, which if it does, why are you here? Why? I mean, yes, you can watch, but if you're going to, be disrespectful, there's a saying. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. So if it hits you, then that means you got to get out. You must leave that door. However, if you want to stay and be a part of a community that really needs to crack down on just why they can't do what they're doing. I mean, if they have done nothing wrong, like myself, then let them be. But no, they gotta get up. They gotta get all the things drama and everything coming their way. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. And no, I don't get any of that because, like I said, well, if you haven't noticed already, I've been doing this for like since 2021, 2022, something like that. So you can know that nobody has absolutely noticed my channel. Even if they did, it was only like for like whatever I started doing. Like, I think the most popular thing that hit off was either something mentioning my gotcha videos, or it was a Minecraft video or something like that. But it was one of those two that hit it off. And I am still sitting here wondering, wondering, like, what's the appeal of people being like, oh, I have this and that and the other, which I can see it excites them, but there's a point to it to where I just want to do this for fun. Like I said, I am going to do this for fun. It's mainly for fun. It gives me something to do other than to actually watch YouTube, which I do actually go back and watch my videos because, like I said, I forget things. I genuinely forget. If I do not remember them at all, I ended up forgetting them. They be forgotten. If I don't say them here, they're basically already forgotten. If I don't, it'll drive me nuts trying to remember them. Like, literally, if I try and remember to, like, go back a few days before my gotcha videos, well, at least I started them up again because of that long little break I took, which was a whole nother thing. That break was a whole nother thing. What was I doing? See, I don't even remember. See, that's the thing. I think I just wasn't there. I just wasn't feeling it. I guess that happens, and I know it's bad, and I shouldn't do it. But like I said, I want to do this for fun, and I want you to join me. And it's okay if you're a little hesitant and you're unsure. That's fine. A little watch time for me, I'll be happy. Either way, it's fine. I don't mind. And if you want to subscribe, that's good too. But I won't force you to. I don't force people to do something they don't want. That's not me. Only if you want to do something, like subscribing or liking. If you want to do those things, that's good. If you want to give me their advice, that's fine. That works too. But I promise you, if you come in with anything else, I will ignore it. It will get ignored. If I see a comment that I do not like, I will ignore that mess. I will see it and I will ignore it. And that's what I do. I do not engage in those type of things. So, yeah, it's basically that. You've been looking at these guys for a while. Let's see, who do I want to pull out? Let's look at Nightmare because I'm feeling. No, I like his older design. I like his older design. This is kind of just his newer one. I liked his older one better. I'm still trying to get used to his new design, even though I kind of have a video of all like his ones and who was it? It was somebody else. Was it Shadow Freddy? Yeah, it was because I think I made them brothers. Yeah, I made them brothers for some odd reason, even though Nightmare's like in FNAF 4. And I believe Shadow Freddy's in FNAF 2. If we're going off canon, that's the canon. These are canon animatronics. And see, that's what I mean by canon. Because if I notice something, if you do FNAF ships, you gotta be very, very precise, and you'd have to say it multiple times, which means more than once. You have to say something, and yeah, it does get annoying, but if you don't understand, it's okay to ask. I'm not gonna bite you, but there's a point to where it gets enough, and I get frustrated. So don't bother to jump down the wagon and get me started because I don't want to go there. I really don't. I just don't. It's hard enough to do something that you've been working on for what, a year and a half on, maybe two. I don't know when I started this. I think it was somewhere around this year. I maybe been somewhere in, was it? No, because it was, no, it was this year. So this is technically new. What you're seeing is new. If I see anything I don't like, trust me, I'm going to be angry. So please be respectful. And you can ask questions. I don't mind the questions. Feel free to ask questions. If it's anything that gets me into trouble, we're going to not ask. We're going to not do. And I will not respond to you. So, other than that, if it's about my ships or who I got together, like with certain animatronics, certain human OCs, and whatnot, like, I believe, where are you? I need to change you. Like with his parents, because he has parents. If it's not with like them or any of the other ones that oh, wait, I have another pairing. Before I forget, I have another pairing. I have, who is it? I have, if I can click on the, click, give me, okay, I have Fredbear. So there's Fredbear, and I'm gonna switch out him. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a second. Where are you? Where? There you are, all the way. Oops, no. Um, this is my spring bonnie. So you might be like, Jordan, why is he like that? Two reasons. One, I believe I mentioned this already, but if I haven't, he's not like the spring body from the game. So we can scrap that spring bonnie, the one William is in. We're not going into canon. This is not canon. This is just my AU. So if any of you jump down my throat for my ships, I will be upset. This is not canon. If I say it is canon, or it is from the games, then I can understand. But I'm only doing my interpretations of it, which means I'm putting my spin on it, basically. So, yeah, it's my own thing. I'm just getting ideas from the games. I'm not going from the books because that's another rabbit hole I don't feel like going down to, because there's like, what, how many of those books now? 30 plus, maybe 40, I don't know. It could be lesser than that, but I don't know. Because it seems like to me, every time I turn around, a new book comes out or a new whole line of a certain book comes out from. It can be from the Pizza Plex, it could be from, heck, a new FNAF game, it could be anything. Like, I think the one that's coming out is from, like, the Pizza Plex, if it hasn't already. I think that was the newer one. I believe the DLC is probably in there somewhere, unless it mentions it heavily, which it probably does. And I'm like, Scott, you either made the books to be canon, or you didn't. Or maybe you did both. And everybody's just like, this is canon. And you're like, eh. It's really hard because we want to say these things, but we can't because you're 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 keeping all of this information with yourself and not giving us anything, and we have to assume stuff, and then the whole mess starts. Yeah, we know you're like retired and you gave your FNAF thing, however you want to call it, over to Stillwell Studios, and I don't know what they're doing with it. To be honest with you, I really don't. And it's not like I did know what you were doing with FNAF, but I do like the concept. I mean, it's a lot for me, but I like it. It's, I wouldn't say it's any better than a horror movie, but it's there. It's there. At least if it, I don't think it. I haven't seen the FNAF movie, so excuse me. I haven't seen it. I heard a lot of people were iffy about it. They were on the fence, and then some people thought it was good. Some people thought it was amazing. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's all I know. But I heard a lot about it. So if you plan on doing any other thing, if it's not a game, especially a FNAF game, please keep in mind that we will be angry if they change things. Stillwell Studios, if you change anything from the games, and if you learned anything from your FNAF movie, keep keep the game's lore or whatever Scott gave you. Because I know you guys probably talked about it before. You guys had a cooperation before he gave it over fully, I guess. At least that's my guess on the theory and whatnot. I'm going on a tangent. But basically, if you guys wanted to do a movie, it could have been off of what he already had and set for you. And then that way you won't have to worry about people not liking it and people being on the fence, basically. So there's your 2 cents. As far as my, okay, back to what I was saying. Spring Bonnie, why he looks like this. Okay, so my spring bunny has special needs and autism. So he basically can't do much for himself, which is why he's like that. Um, and as I told you in the last part, Springtrap was his terror before he did all the things like controlling Glitch Trap, ending people's lives, which, fair warning, that he did that. It wasn't William. Let's be reminded, William didn't kill anybody. He may have not have been a good father, but he did not kill anybody. He tried his best to be the father figure for his children, because I think in Michael's eyes, Michael, I think it's more to Michael than anything because people don't mention a lot about Michael, but if you take a look at him and like his younger siblings, you can definitely tell that his parents, if they were in his life or weren't, because from my experience, looks to me that they weren't really there as much. Maybe the mother was, but we don't know because everybody's like, does he have a missus? Does he not have a missus? And what did they separate after Michael was born? And I don't know. Did they get back together at some point and have two more kids? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody talks about this. But these two, him and Fredbear here, they are a couple. Yeah, they are a couple. I remember them being a couple because I have them as a couple in my character.ai chat. There was a chat. I think it was with William and yeah, it was with William. I had a chat with William. At least his, well, not his family because it was like one of the William family things. But I had a chat with William and he's like, I could see it. And he didn't mind. I mean, I think people forget that William is pretty accepting of like if you want to date a person, he'll be okay with it. He will support you. He's kind of like that person, which I think a lot of people don't really see. Like he's not a strict person to when it comes to like if you love the person or if you have feelings. He's not like, oh, you can't date that person. Oh, you can't do this. Only to an extent. He does it to an extent. If it's something that goes against his moral code or he knows it's wrong, he will shut it down very quickly. He will. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. He will shut it down if it goes against anything he stands for. And he knows it's wrong. So I guess that's one of the things. Yeah, those are my two couples. These two and the other two I mentioned. Well, no, the other two are married. These two are an actual thing because I said that they were boyfriends in that chat. Hee hee. I did say they were boyfriends in that chat. I did. I remember it. Oh wait. Here's your parent. Okay. So I didn't see you apparently. Okay. Apparently I'm blind. But here's here's Creeps and Mango, and then here's one of their children. Now be mindful. I said I had to change this guy. And I do. I gotta change him and his brother. So they do not look like this in my phone. At least on my other one, the one I'm recording on. They don't look like that. They look completely different. The clothing option may or may not change for the most part. Yeah, it may or may not change. But yeah, ugh, we're gonna go back to serious business. You're a pain to my existence. I don't like you. But a lot of things happen, and you kept on. I don't think people would mention this, but does anybody know? Going off of canon now, does anybody notice that the missing children are innocent? They are not innocent. Like anybody that glitch trapped and or murdered or whatever you want to terms of things. Like I said, warnings. There will be mentions of all kinds of stuff with me. But with anything, it's FNAF, FNAF related. Uh, if anything, if I can get this out, the missing children or anybody killed by Glitch Trap is not innocent. They've all contributed to more, I guess, murder. They murdered people. Um, Specifically, it was mainly like night guards, so mostly adults. I could see half of them being adults, which, if that is the case, that is very messed up. It's even more messed up if it is a child, which understandable. But yeah, they are not innocent. They killed an innocent man, and nobody by Glitch Trap is innocent. Not even Vanessa, which I still need to make. I need to make her. I need to make Vanessa. I need to finish everybody else when I get ever to the thing. I'm gonna end it here. I will see you hopefully whenever. And you know the usual thing. I'm going to give you the usual. And I'm gonna let you guys decide if you want to subscribe, leave a like, or comment. That would be appreciated. It would be very appreciated. I would appreciate it. If not, that's good. That's fine. It's fine. You can watch these and not do any of that. I don't mind. Do you? Everybody has their things to do. But I'm gonna go. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.